Guys, I love you and I appreciate you. All 300 of you. And I have more videos than subscribers. Ava here has 3 videos. And she's about to crack 2,000 subs. It's the game, baby. It's the game. What did I tell y'all about the Amber Geiger thing? I said, hey, it's blonde chicks, blonde white women, have at it, champ. Okay? If you ever want to know what privilege looks like, that's it. But I'm not hating on it at all because I'm a guy. I recognize it. I'm sub to her. So the deal is that no, it's not a hate at all. Just felt it important to point that out. Like, bro, I'm grinding hundreds of videos up, and I appreciate each and every one of you for coming in and rocking with me, and those of you that tell me how you appreciate the content and how you love the videos, and those who have criticisms for me. Thank you. I appreciate all of it. The criticism helped me get better, and the encouragement really pumps your boy's chest up. So with that being said, as we can see, Ava's put out another video titled How to Destroy a Man. And in it, this has nothing to do with the United States of America. For the most part, because it's this type of feminism, this type of mindset is definitely implanted here in the States. Make no mistake. But we haven't gone as far as other places have. Me and my terrible English. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna rock out with Ava over here for a bit and see what she has to talk. We'll see what she has to say. Let's go.
Now I have your villa, your child, your money, and all it took was me telling the police that you said something about my crossword puzzle. If you think this girl is insane and I'm not buying it, I invite you to move to Spain and try it yourself. I assure you, you won't be buying anything for a long, long time. In my first video, if it's still up, I summarized some of the troubling issues about the new generation of women and how recent developments in Western society might be the build-up of an all-female dominated and governed cacotopia.
Now, I can't help but feel like it's a little overplayed because, sorry, ladies, you just don't have the upper body strength. All it takes is just, I'm sorry, but it's not going to be that intimidating because you're just on average, very easily overpowered. So, particularly here in the West, and a lot of the women in the West, they're like a dog chasing their tail, they know they want it, but they just don't know what they do when they get it. So it is up to, the masculine to reassert itself and really press forward. And that's one of the great things about President Trump's presidency is that, President Obama, whatever you think about him, he was definitely more softer and gentler than Trump is. And damn it, we needed a little bit of that, hard, let's go get it to him. Let's go get it. And here in Jersey, we had Christie, because guess what? Jersey wanted that same type of thing. We got Christie, but the difference between Christie and Trump is that Trump actually follows through on his promises and seems to be doing, in many cases, not all, but in many cases, what he said he would do, as opposed to Christie, who was just the worst. But either ways, when it comes to women just completely taking over the world, I've seen episodes of Survivor where they stuck the girls versus the men, the boys team on one end of the island, the females team on the other end of the island, and yeah, they were just walking in circles. I'm telling you, it would not be as easy as Miss Brighton's trying to make it out to be. But let's continue.
Which puts men in an imminent risk of harm. Because many people wondered why I seem to be well versed in the wiles of these women and its impact on society, I decided to tell you which personal experiences instigated me to making these videos. But no matter how many videos I will make, we can't make this speeding train make a short curve. It's way past the point of no return, and without wanting...
Maybe for like places like Spain and the like, Ava, but as far as the USA goes, I believe that we can, like, as men, we can subtly reestablish ourselves. And I actually see a lot of that taking place. I mean, with like the Rambos and the Jokers and like, other, like, male centric media that's a bit more impactful with the violence and the testosterone. I think, there's it's slow, but we're about to get back to like an age of the old 80s action thrillers where it's like, you stole the girl. Okay, well, we're gonna come to kill you. And then they gotta mow through like a whole bunch of drug dealers to get to get to the girl, because yeah, ladies, you are a prize, and instead of appreciating that you're a prize, you're like, oh no, I'm the same as a dude. And it's like, no, stop, cut it out.
To sound apocalyptic, this surely is the end of Western society as we know it, and the beginning of an era of which it is very hard to predict its development. What I oppose to is a matriarchy ruled by a generation of disturbed, spoiled, and naive women who seized the power by biting the hand that fed them.
Okay, so here's the thing. And I point this out damn near every time I'm confronted with some women's strike or women's march nonsense, is that, the women went on strike. Oh, there's a whole day of a women's strike and no one noticed. Okay. Like the jobs that you do, and for the most part, are like bureaucratic type jobs, like, paper pushing stuff. No, not really, getting into the sewers and making sure that the pipelines and the sewage systems are running fine. It's a bit of the difference. This really highlights the difference between the roles and the jobs that, just on average will take.
No one saw it coming. It happened suddenly, unexpectedly, and violently. It's almost the definition of a coup, and that was what Me Too was. A coup d'etat. Overthrowing the entire system overnight in the name of equality. But if you analyze it, this could only be possible in an equalized society. In a female oppressing society, men would have kicked our empowered asses right back into the kitchen.
With gusto. I mean, that's the thing. I sit and say all the time, well, if a patriarchy does exist, it loves its daughters. And the reason I say that is because, like, we don't want females to be hurt. No, like, we want you to be able to take care of yourself. Make no mistake. But I believe that as culturally and society and at us, basically at a cultural level, and let's not go with society, but at a cultural level, we've been manipulated into this sense of like we've propped up equality as a false god. And it really isn't anything to aspire to. The only equality that you can aspire to is equality of opportunity. And that's something that we have in spades. I mean, how many programs, how many, if you want to, no matter what you really want to do, you can go and do it. Make no mistake. I mean, particularly here in the West, in the United States, whatever it is that you want to do, you can go do. If you want to become an airline pilot, guess what? No one's stopping you. Go take your flight lessons. If you want to, bungee jump or be a CEO. I mean, particularly ladies, if you want to be a CEO, I mean, there's so many female CEOs out there right now. It really just kind of blows my mind that we're at a point where, it's redundant and you're running in space. You're running in place. We're all just running in place at this moment.
Heaven knows why. Even in the kitchen, men seem superior to women, which is strange.
You ever see the movie Donnie Brasco? And he's like, yeah, and all over the world, the men are the better cooks. He was sitting there with him and Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp came by for Thanksgiving, and Al Pacino cooked him the meal with his wife there. And you gotta add a punch, not a pinch, a punch.
As history suggests that women had plenty of time to practice, but it is me too, me too. The phrasing of this slogan perfectly accentuates its agenda. I even proposed that the entire Me Too movement could only occur in times where men were already positively discriminating women. Because remember, it was in the early 90s when the positive discrimination of women really took hold.
Okay, so positive discrimination. It's sort of like my 35% when I say, yeah, look, I'm thinking with my dick. And and I'm willing to give this female more leniency than, unless I found her unattractive, So that's what she's talking about when she says positive discrimination. How, like if you ever go into a lawyer's office, right? If you want to be a paralegal, and you are not at least eight, I'm sorry, you're not gonna get to become a paralegal because they're all bad. And that's that positive discrimination where, for the most part, us as guys, even if we can't have sex with the female, we're still thinking with our dick and we still want to please her. It's a biological thing in the back of our head. Is to provide and protect, function, like, hey, we just want to, we want to make this person content. We want to make this person pleased. And it really is a biological thing.
That's at least a quarter of a century of women being privileged, promoted, and pampered in our society. If I apply for a job and you, as a man, apply for the same job,
Yeah, let's say you wanted to build a YouTube channel and I wanted to build a YouTube channel. Which one of us you think gonna be able to put up 3 videos and catch 2,000 subs, huh? I couldn't help but notice the irony.
It will be me getting the job. Underqualified as I may be, overqualified as the man may be, it doesn't matter. The job.
Okay, I guess I can also, as underqualified, she has 3 videos. As overqualified, I got over 500 videos. I'm just saying.
The job is mine, and most men know why. I'm a woman. Yeah. You may call this a pussy pass, which is slang for using one's female gender as a handicap to get benefits.
Yeah.
To answer the question raised as to how I know the things that I know, I'll cover some topics which gravely affected many people I care about and which I have witnessed personally. I will address these in the first person singular, as these are all true events which occurred in Spain and the Netherlands, though can be viewed as perfect models for any Western society and as a warning how this madness of female-tailored and supporting laws tomorrow can be policy in your own country.
USA.
My first experience. The women supporting and men destroying draconian domestic violence laws in Spain. Imagine you have a home in Spain.
Okay.
You worked your fingers to the bone for 30 years and now you're the proud owner of a Spanish villa.
Nice.
With a nice infinity pool and a lustrous garden.
Ooh.
And I come home from this job I got because I'm a woman and I think, I really like your villa.
Oh.
Would be fun to own it. All I have to do is go to the police, report you, and your villa is mine.
Wait, what?
This sounds insane, but this has been policy in Spain since 2006. When the
Whoa! That's how easy it is in Spain to just mind blown. Let's let her explain.
Old left President Zapatero introduced this so-called Ley de Géneros, the law against domestic violence. Only women can report men. Men cannot report women. So what I do is this. I go out, find me a guy with a nice house, let him ask me to move in, and then I report him for domestic violence.
Oh, see, here's where you Oh my goodness. Okay, so here's where this doesn't work in the United States of America because as far as him asking her to move in, you're gonna be waiting for that for a while, darling. We don't play that game over here. You string her ass along for as long as humanly possible. It sounds rough, I know, but the deal is that marriage and tying your life to somebody is just such a big and in many cases dangerous proposition that a lot of us. That's why there is things such as the MGTOW movement, where A lot of guys are just like, you know what? Nah. I'm going pump and dump. I'm gonna skeet and skedaddle. I mean, I'm gonna let you think that you got a shot of coming in here, but for the most part, nah. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a lift up out of here.
Now, most of you will go, yeah, this is old news. But what you probably don't know is that I can go to the police and say that you just called me a bitch. That's domestic violence. Or that.
Yeah, see, this is those words of violence, participation award, trophy ass people, you know? That's what this is. And as you're hearing in other parts of the world, it's just gone way too far.
You criticized me for doing a crossword puzzle. Let me repeat that. I can get your ass in jail by going to the police and say that you joked about me doing a crossword puzzle. Or my shoes. That's domestic violence right there.
Jose Luis Zapatero and his government drew up a new law. Gender violence law.
So immediately...
Gender, did you hear it? Did you hear it? I'm telling y'all. They use the gender was the Trojan horse that has broken the Western societies, Western civilization's back, man.
After my report, the police, by law, will have to detain you, and after a night in a Franco-era stone prison, you will get the surprise of a lifetime. A quick trial.
Do you want to make a statement against him?
An all-female team and female judge awaits you.
Oh no.
You'll be strongly advised to plead guilty. And you'll think, fine, I'll confess. It was just a joke about a crossword puzzle.
You can, if you like, accept the facts of the case.
And then, it's done. Your life as you knew it is over. Your villa and everything in it now is mine. They just changed the deed, put it on my name, and you will be homeless. But it doesn't end there.
Actually, that's where this video is going to end, Ava, so I don't sit here and ape your entire video. I'll leave a link to her channel in the description. But yeah, like as you just saw, that's nuts. And there's this town in Georgia where they're like, oh, it's an all black female judge and lawyers and prosecutor and bailiff and this whole thing. I was like, oh my god, that court looks like a nightmare. like that court looks like a nightmare. I'm never driving through that town. Hell no. Because as you can see, like, you know, the penis envy be real. I mean, the penis envy is real with a lot of females, and they take this real militant mindset. And once, you know, they hit that wall, they can't have kids anymore. So it's just like, I gotta lock in on this. This is where I gotta drive it on in at. And as guys, we're just like, yo, she's soft and she smells nice. So we really do. It's why I bring up the 35%. I understand that we do have a weakness for beautiful women, or even women that we perceive as beautiful women, you know, like, I mean, they ain't just females. Hey, just that spirit, you know, the feminine spirit, the feminine energy is energy that we mesh so well with that bullshit happens and we don't even be paying attention. We're just like, nice titties. So with that being said, we're going to bring this video to an end. Thank you, Ava. Really appreciate it. All the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss a like. Dislike, go ahead, do that too. I'm not scared of you. Sub. If you enjoy my fantastic voice and you want to get videos like this every single day, share, because sharing is caring. And YouTube and BitChute, you know, hey, like the growing is slow, but as you guys can see, the growing's happening. So I can't really complain too much about it, but I do appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to get to that subscriber special pretty soon. And speak. Let me know, what do you think in the comments, man? I mean, do you have any stories yourself? Because I believe that the crime bill, the 93 crime bill, was a big part in how in a lot of the nonsense that's really not played out the way that they sold it to us as. They told us these things would improve the quality of life. They always sell it with a, you know, they always sell the good thing, but the good stuff, but the devil's always in the details. But if you have any type stories, please let me know in the comments. And until the next one.